Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mitzi. I am a GP and yoga teacher trainee, and today we are going to do a lovely, calming and energizing yoga flow. This should take about 20 minutes, so grab a mat and let's begin sat in a comfortable seated position. And we're going to start covering our eyes with the palms of our hands to do a humming bee breath. So to do this, you are going to take a lovely, slow and steady inhale. And on your exhale, I would like you to make an audible humming sound, keeping your mouth closed, exhaling through your nose. So you're going to inhale deeply, and then on your exhale, hum. Nice and long breaths. Take your time and remember to keep slow and steady inhales through the nose. The idea of this humming bee breath is by connecting you to internal sounds of your breath can have a lovely calming effect, helping to reduce feelings of anger and anxiety. Continue this slow and steady breath for a couple more inhales and exhales, feeling yourself calm. Slowly bring your hands away from your eyes and gently blink your eyes open. Next, we're going to make our way to our hands and knees in a tabletop position, and we will begin some cat-cow, waking up the spine. So starting with a neutral spine, you're going to inhale, the chest open, gaze lifted, exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, exhale, bringing the belly up, curving the spine. You can do this movement with your own breath, feeling the opening of your chest, and then the hunching and rounding of your back as you exhale. And then on your last one, you're going to push yourself back into your downward facing dog, sending your hips up to the sky, pressing evenly through your hands and feet hip width apart. Gentle softness in your knees as much as you need. And maybe you'd like to start to bend one knee and lengthen the other, feeling a stretch in the calf of the straight leg. Maybe you'd like to look side to side. And then looking forward, step to the front of your mat between your hands and just step your feet slightly further apart, a little bit wider, and we're going to come into ragdoll. So thinking of getting your belly to your thighs, bending your knees as much as you need. You can keep your hands hanging down, or you may wish to grab onto your opposite elbows and just gently rock side to side, feeling a release in the lower back. Then softening the knees, bending down, inhale your arms up overhead, and then exhale hands down to your side. Returning to mountain pose at the front of your mat, let's take 5 breaths here. In and out through the nose, connecting to your breath, feeling the strength in this pose from the ground up. And then on your next inhale, you're going to lift the arms up overhead, gentle back bend, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, stepping back into plank. And we're just going to chaturanga here, or knees, chest, chin, and then push back into your downward facing dog after your upward dog or cobra. Again, pedal out the legs, just feeling your body wake up. And from downward dog, push back through, do another flow, either knees, chest, chin, full chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra. And now from here, I'd just like you to flow from plank into your downward facing dog. And you can start to play around with this. Maybe you'd like to bend your knees. See if you can really ripple through the spine, feeling your whole body wake up. Pressing back through downward facing dog, through plank. Lower your knees, and we're going to do a knees, chest, chin to a upward facing dog or cobra. Push back into your downward facing dog again. Taking a few breaths here. Look forward, step between your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing all the way up to rise. Hopefully, like me, you've started to generate a bit of heat in your body. But let's continue and flow again. Standing in mountain pose. Inhale, your arms up overhead, gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back into plank now, lower your knees and knees, chest, chin, pushing through to low cobra, and then push back into your downward facing dog. Look forward, step to the front of your mat, inhale halfway, exhale, forward fold, inhaling all the way up to rise. Straight back down, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, stepping back to plank. This time, see if you can do a full chaturanga or continue with your knees, chest, chin to upward facing dog or cobra, and then pushing back into downward facing dog. Look forward, step to the front of the mat, inhale halfway, exhale, forward fold. Push through the feet, inhaling all the way up to stand, exhaling back to your mountain pose. So in mountain pose, inhale your arms up overhead, exhale, forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, hands down. This time we're going to step the left leg back, lower the knee, uncurl the toes, inhale your arms up, exhale, sink through your hips a little bit more, inhale, hands down. Swap the legs, so stepping your right foot back, lowering the knee, uncurling the toes, inhale the arms up, exhale, sink through the hips, chest open, hands down, and then stepping into plank. Knees, chest, chin, full chaturanga to upward facing dog, and then pushing back into your downward facing dog. Have a steady inhale and exhale, then look forward, step between your hands, inhale halfway lift, exhale forward fold, softening the knees, inhaling all the way up to rise, hands down by your side. Please take a break as and when you need, but if you're ready, let's flow again. Inhaling the arms up overhead, exhale forward fold, inhale hands to shins, halfway lift, exhale plant your hands down, stepping your left foot back, grounding through that heel, keeping the toes facing towards the front and coming up into your strong warrior one pose. Pushing through your feet evenly, feeling that stability in the lower body and the openness in the chest, taking deep breaths, transitioning into your warrior two pose. You're going to open your shoulders and your hips out to the long edge of the mat. Your shoulders are away from your ears and your eye focus, your drishti gaze is at your front middle finger. Begin to straighten your front leg and then shifting the weight forwards, coming into our triangle pose. So your both legs are straight and your hand is floating just off the floor, either in front of the ankle, the calf or the thigh, depending on your flexibility. And you're looking up at that top hand if the neck allows. Coming back through to your warrior two pose before windmilling the arms down, stepping back into your plank and find your flow. Knees, chest, chin or full chaturanga to upward facing dog or cobra, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Remember, this is an active resting pose, but please feel free to come into your child's pose at any point if you need to just take a breather during this practice. Looking forward and stepping to the front of your mat, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, soften your knees, Inhaling your arms all the way up to rise. Now let's repeat the same on the other side. Inhaling the arms up overhead, exhale forward fold. Inhaling halfway lift, stepping your right foot back this time, grounding through the heel, bending that front left leg, pushing up into your warrior one pose. Hips and shoulders are square with that short edge of your mat. Chest is lifted, gaze is up. Connect to your breath. On your next inhale, opening up to the side to your warrior two pose, making sure your heels are in line, shoulders away from the ears, drishti is at that front middle finger, pressing through the feet. See if you can bend and sink lower into that front knee anymore. Then straightening your front leg, maybe bringing the back leg in if you need to. We're going to come into our triangle pose, so both legs are straight. You're going to lean forward, floating that left hand in front of the left ankle, calf or thigh, with your right arm up to the sky, looking at that hand if your neck allows. Returning through your warrior two pose, and then windmilling the arms down, stepping through plank. Find your flow, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga into upward facing dog or cobra, and then push back into your downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath before stepping to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees all the way up to rise. Okay, let's build on that a little bit further and we will flow again. On your next inhale, hands come up overhead, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, stepping the left foot back, coming up into your warrior one pose. Taking a moment here to connect with your breath. We're gonna open out into your warrior two pose, taking a few breaths here as well. Instead of coming into triangle pose, we're gonna come into side angle pose. So you can rest your right elbow onto your right knee and stretch that left arm overhead. If you want a bit more, you can bring your right hand down to the mat in front of your foot. If you want even more than that, you can start to bind. So reach your left hand behind you to your thigh, and then your right hand will join under the leg. Coming out of the pose, come back through warrior two, and then windmill the arms down and find your flow. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga to upward facing dog or cobra, pushing back into a lovely downward facing dog. Looking forward, step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and then inhale all the way up to rise. Let's go again. The last flow on the other side now. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale your hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping that right foot back, lowering the heel, coming up into your warrior one pose. Connecting to your breath. Inhale, exhale, opening to your warrior two pose. Keeping that mind, body, breath connection. Pressing through the feet. Coming into your side angle pose. Left elbow to left knee, or if you want a bit more, lowering that left hand to the ground in front of your left foot, reaching that right arm up and over, looking up at the hand if possible. If you want a bit more, your right hand comes behind and tucks on top of your thigh, and then if you're able to, you can bring that left arm underneath and bind, keeping the chest up and open to the sky. Coming out of the pose through your warrior two pose, and then windmill your hands down, find your flow, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga into upward facing dog or cobra before pushing back into your downward facing dog. Slow breaths, Look forward to your hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, inhale all the way up to stand. Well done. That was an energizing flow, and hopefully you can feel the positive effects from that. Make your way down to the mat now. We're going to lie back and come into bridge pose. So keeping your feet planted on the floor, bring your heels as close as you can to your bottom so that your fingertips are just grazing your heels, and make sure that you can lie back comfortably. You're going to start to engage the core now, feeling a connecting and as if you're pulling your belly button to spine. Just gently start to rock the pelvis, and then slowly lifting the spine off the mat, vertebra by vertebra. Exhaling, replacing the spine again. Do this a few times with your breath. Inhale, peel your spine off. Exhale, lowering it down. And again, inhale, peeling all the way up. Holding it. And this time we're going to lift our right leg to the ceiling. See if you can keep pushing the hips up to the sky, pressing the hands down, and swap. So now your left leg is coming up to the sky. Really push through the ground with your right foot. Return your left foot so both feet are on the mat. If you're able to stay here, clasp your hands underneath you, pulling your shoulders in, holding for a breath, and then exhale, replace the spine slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Going to come into a supine twist now, so remain on your back, lifting your right leg up to the sky, cross your leg over your knees and extend your arms out to the side like a T. Let both of your knees flop to the left as you look over at your right hand. Left hand can come to your belly and just feel the gentle pull and stretch within that spine. Breathing nice and slowly in and out through your nose. Coming back through center, uncross your legs, and then lift your left leg up, cross it over your right knee. And this time we're going to flop both knees over to the right. Right hand comes to your belly, looking over at your left hand. Closing your eyes if you'd like. Nice, slow and steady breaths. Feeling the lovely stretch in the spine. Make sure you're not forcing your knees. Pressing both hands into the mat, come up, squeeze into a tight ball. Maybe rock from side to side if you'd like. Maybe you'd like to circle the knees round one way for several circles before changing direction. And we're going to get ready to come into our final resting pose. So we're going to come into Shavasana corpse pose, but we're going to cover our eyes. And let's go back to that humming bee breath we did at the beginning. So if you remember, you inhale through your nose, exhale, hum. Long breaths here. Maybe play around with different pitches until you find the one that most resonates with how you're feeling within your body right now. Keep breathing, nice slow breaths as you listen to the sound you make as you exhale and hum. Keep your inhales lovely and long, and take this mindful moment as you connect to your body through your breath, actively helping you to reduce stress and anxiety and feel better within yourself. If you have more time, feel free to stay here for as long as you can. but if not, maybe start to squeeze your knees into your chest again. Roll over to one side and then slowly make your way up to a seated position. We're going to take a few energizing breaths here, hands down by your side. Inhale them up overhead, palms touching. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. And again, inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing your hands through prayer in the heart center. One last time, inhale your hands up overhead. Exhaling at the heart center through prayer. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope this practice has helped to energize you and to calm your nervous system and make you feel less anxious and more at peace. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and take care. I'll see you then. Goodbye.